I love what Ken Wingard did with our wall. He hung these photos for us and put in this amazing arrangement. What I want to show you today is how you can take this idea, kick it up a notch by adding mats that you can cut yourself. Yeah,
it's one of my favorites.
It's a lot of fun.
A Western week.
So here they are with the mats, but look, this is one without. Now, not every frame needs a mat to it. There's another one over here. I'll show you these other frames. Down below, here's one that doesn't have a mat. I'm going to show you today how you can cut your own mats because they can be very expensive if you go to a framing store. And if you want to keep your costs down and still bring class and elegance, I'm going to show you how to do that. So let's go in here. We've got a mat cutting stuff set up in here. Okay, here's what we need to get started, okay, on something like this. You need a self-healing mat. Everything I'm going to tell you, you can find at a standard good art store. Self-healing mat, that's what you're going to cut on. Do you need one? No, but it's nice because this thing will heal itself and you can keep cutting on it.
What do you put underneath to protect your table?
Well, you could use cardboard or something like that. But you're going to need a ruler, a hard edge, a straight edge. You will need a mat cutter. This is a beveled cutter. These are not very expensive. It's about 35 bucks for this one. There's some that are a little bit cheaper. Acid-free tape that you're going to tape your photograph down onto your mat. This is a cutting system. Yeah, this one's a little bit more expensive. They go way up. High end can be hundreds of dollars for these, but this is a very affordable way to do these, and you keep it in a drawer.
Can I ask you, what you do with your beautiful photographs? You would use something like this because you sell your.
But you can same thing. You can use this as well. Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
So here's the first thing we need to do. We need to have our mat. Okay. So you can find this is a typical sheet. 32 by 40 is what you find, and they come in a big size. But here's the deal. I know it's a little intimidating, but check it out. Look how many, I don't know if you can see the lines, but look how many different mats you can get out of one.
Wow.
So you can see right off the get-go, you will absorb the cost for one of these $25, $35, depending upon what you get, with one sheet. Here's what we need to get started. Our picture frame, 11 by 14. This is what we want to put our picture in, okay? So the opening or the outer dimension is 11 by 14. Okay. Now our photograph, which I think is probably one of the best in the history of television, came from our Halloween show, is a 7 by 10 image of us. So that's our inner dimension. Out is 11 by 14, inner is 7 by 10.
And by the way, that's the real us.
That is the real us, baby. We will need 2 of these. So we've cut 2 11 by 14s for our outer dimension. One is going to be the backing for that photo. The other, we're going to cut a window in that's going to look like this when we're all said and done. I will show you how to create this so we can put our picture in it, right?
Very professional.
So here's a simple formula. Very easy to do. Let's do math. Don't be afraid.
Oh, no, you lost
Don't be afraid.
Okay.
It's okay.
No,
it's okay.
Math.
Follow along. Outer dimension, 11 by 14. That's our picture frame, right?
Yeah.
Our picture is actually 7 by 10. Now it kind of looks like fractions, doesn't it? Don't be scared, because we're just going to subtract. What's 14 minus 10, Christina?
I don't know. 7. 4.
It's 4. 11 minus 7 is 4, right?
Yes,
so now we divide those by 2. That means we're going to have 2 inches over here, 2 inches over here, 2 down, and 2 above.
So you subtract and then you divide.
Divide by 2.
Okay.
It's that simple.
Okay, that's simple. Well,
now,
that's simple.
check this out. This makes it even easier. So if I take one of my mats, now this nifty cutter comes with a rail on it, which slides out, and I have set this to just over 2 inches.
Why just over?
Well, because we don't want our picture to go right to the edge. We have a beveled edge, and we want it to cover just a little bit of the outside of our picture.
Okay.
So it's got a little pencil in it, and you just hold it down. Oops. And you do this, and you slide. Oops. Let me get this. And now that's exactly 2 inches in, right? So then you come over here, and you do the same thing, and you hold it down, and voila. Now I am drawing on the back of this, and I drew one out totally, so it's done just to save some time here. But this is basically what you're going to come up with. Now this is the back. The picture will actually be shining through on the other side, so it's okay. We can draw on this. Now with this all said and done, our job is to cut this out, and that's where this cutter comes in, and it's on a bevel. Let me see if Mikey can show you this, but you see it's at an angle, a beveled angle, because we want this to be sliding in towards our picture. So we're going to take this one, and this has been cut pretty much all the way. The one rule that we have, may I grab that from you?
Yeah, sure. No.
We're going to use a straight edge. Get this out of the way. We don't need that. There it goes on the floor. All right. Now, the one rule that you have when you do this is you want to make sure you use your bevel device always on the inside area.
Right.
Don't get it on one side and then try to cut this way because then your angles are going to go out.
They're-
We want
yeah.
them all feeding in towards our picture.
Okay.
And once it's all said and done, there's a little mark on the edge, which is right here where my finger is. Nope, sorry, come over here a little bit way, Mikey. You'll see this little cut mark right there. See that?
Right. Okay.
That is going to line up with our first insertion. So I line that up right there on this line.
Okay, on that line.
Okay, and now we're set.
Coming over here so I can
Okay, I'm
see.
going to come up here, give you some. Now this one is a pull. Some are push cutters, meaning I push away. This one means I'm going to pull toward me and
Now,
I
do you
grab.
stop right here where this line is?
That's where I'm starting, and I
Oh.
just dropped the knife in, and I
Okay.
pull towards me,
And then you
and it
stop
comes
at the
down.
line?
I
Okay,
go
whoa.
just slightly past
Okay,
the
well,
line,
Yeah. Oh,
which is
okay.
fine.
That's very helpful.
Yeah, and voila.
Look at that. Oh.
And there we go. And all we need to do now is to add this to the back. So our picture is going to come in this way
We have a glass.
on it. Oh, I think I overcut it. But it's very close. And we're going to use acid-free tape, by the way. We're going to put this together because I know I'm running out of time here. But we're going to use the acid-free tape. Very important. The board is acid-free, tape is acid-free, which means it's not going to damage your photo. If this is a very expensive photo that you have that you want to keep, or an heirloom or something like that in your family, you don't want to use regular Scotch tape because it'll yellow.
Okay, question. Because you
Yes.
undercut it a little bit, is that why you need to go over it, over the line a
Yeah,
little bit?
this one I cut a
Okay.
little bit too big,
Okay.
but I think
All
it's
right.
I think it'll work for us. We'll make
Okay.
it happen,
right.
but I'm gonna drop this over here. This
Okay.
goes in. What you don't wanna do is tape all the way around.
Why? Why?
Because over time, as the heat comes in, the picture will want to expand
Really?
and contract, and it'll begin to buckle. So
I
you
didn't
just
know
wanna put it in over the back. And now,
There's no
okay, I'm gonna
glass.
go grab one of these I threw on the floor. We're gonna put this up. We're gonna come over here. This is gonna go in the back. We're gonna just do a quick job. And maybe when we come back from the commercial, we can show.
Okay.
We want to do
And then we'll hang it up on the wall. In the,
We'll hang it up on the wall.
Okay.
How did it look?
Okay. Oh,
There we go.
Look, there we go.
We're
How
in
beautiful.
it. We put your glass in it and all
Okay.
that. And there it is. A couple
How
of bucks
perfect.
for the cutter, for a straight edge, self-healing mat, and the tape.
And
Those
the
are
math
three
really is easy.